Hello, lovelies. Welcome to a Wipchat video talking about the email from Amazon, or if you've been into your Kindle Direct Publishing page, you've seen a little thing about changing royalty rates. Don't panic. Here's some information. So what we're going to talk about in this video is we're going to talk about just the information that's coming out now. I'm going to show you some real-time data from my backend of Amazon, and I'm going to explain to you what's going on with it. So before we begin, thank you for joining me. This is just going to be a very short video, and let's talk. So the first thing we are going to look at this slide is what you see when you go into your Amazon page. When you go into the back of your Amazon page, you will see this banner at the top above all of your, below the thing that says bookshelf reports and that thing. You'll see this. Starting June 10th, 2025, we are changing the royalty rate for books priced below certain list prices. For example, less than $9.99 US dollars, from 60% to 50%. You may choose to update the list price for your affected print books at this time. Separately, we are reducing color printing costs for paperbacks in some marketplaces. There is a link to click to Amazon's backend for the help. You will see that I have underlined in red, put an arrow at it that says click. Now, if this is blue on your page, it means some of your books are affected. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click that and it will download an Excel spreadsheet. This is what my Excel spreadsheet looks like. I've pulled it out a little bit so you can see it. As you can see, it is the Huntsman of Adamas Quartet, Huntsman's Heart, Huntsman's Hatred, Huntsman's Honor, and Huntsman's Horror. The markets where I will be affected are Amazon UK, Amazon Germany, which is DE, Amazon France, Amazon Estonia, España, Amazon Italy. I don't know what NL is. I think that's Japan. SE and CA, which is Canada. So as you can see, the all four books are priced at $9.99. So in the US market, they are not going to be affected. So I'm going to skip to the next slide. Now, this is what it looks like when you go to prices and royalties. I have gone into the Huntsman's Honor and pulled up the pricing page. You can see it clearly says the same thing I just read to you about the royalty changing rate. That is on the pricing, royalties, and distribution page, the very last page when you are um, editing your information content for your book on your end. Now, you can see that I have it at $9.99. It says the printing cost $3.89. Royalty rate is 60%. My royalty is $2.10. And if you look down, you can see Amazon UK. You can see where it says after June 10th, 2025, I will be dropped to the 50% royalty rate. We're going to skip to another slide. Also, you can see that this slide shows you that for euros, um, Deutschmarks, um, Italy is in euros too. So yeah, you can see that all of these other marketplaces where I have been dropped down to the 50% bracket or will be dropped to the 50% bracket. Now, if I change it to 1099, it only changes the UK shift to the 50%. Everything else stays that everything that's in euros, it says that I will be dropped down to the 50% royalty rate. If I go to 11.99, my printing cost stays the same, $13.89, but my royalties go up to $3.30. That is a $1.20 increase in my royalties. And from doing the math, Amazon is now getting an extra $1 from me instead of only getting, they were getting like 74 cents before. So now they get almost $2 and I get just over $3. But you can see to the side here that UK, Germany, France, España, Italy, all of those have gone back to the 60% ratio for the royalties. Um, so that is what it actually looks like when you go into the back end of Amazon and start playing around with it. Now, for me, my question is, since 75% of my sales are US sales, do I just eat the 10% of royalties? Um, or for just focusing on the US market? Or do I actually go through and go change all the prices on my 4 affected books? If you are a low content creator, this might be more difficult for you because they seem like they're going after the low content book creators for the last 2 years. Anyway, you'll have to make the choice for yourself. These are just my results. These are just my results, and um, is it worth the $1.20 to possibly lose the sales? I don't know, because this only affects me in the overseas markets. So it's something I'm going to have to think about. So you can see that there's not that much to be worried about, not that much to be freaked out about, but still it is something to be concerned about. If you are not minimum price pointed at $9.99 for your paperback books, you are going to be dropped to the 50% royalty tier. If you are price pointed at $9.99, as I showed you, a lot of the overseas markets are going to start on June 10th, hitting you with that 50% price point, royalty point. Do you add $2 to the cost of your book? Do you raise yourself up to $11.99 to get out of the 50% royalty cutoff? Is that extra 10% of royalty worth changing your price enough to lose customers? That is something that only you as an indie author, they are notifying us just 3 weeks ahead of time, better than they did when they jumped their print prices in the third quarter of 2023, and then again at the end of the fourth quarter last year. So just, as our I'm not going advocating everyone just panicking and jumping ship from Amazon. That is not a solution just because of how big the platform is and how necessary it is as indie authors to sell books. But this is just what I have found, what you need to know. And yeah, think about it, make the best decision. I'm Mama Maggie Ward, independent author, stroke survivor, migraine overcomer. Be blessed and have a very lovely day.